Have you ever wondered if the very first thing you do after opening your eyes in the morning could silently decide whether you'll live to 90 or not? It sounds almost unbelievable, but the truth is, every day, millions of older adults are unknowingly making small choices in the first hour of the day that quietly chip away at their strength, clarity, independence, and even lifespan. Before they even sit down for breakfast, they've already taken a step away from longevity. But not everyone. In today's video, we're going to uncover 8 powerful morning habits practiced by men and women who've lived past 90 with energy, sharpness, and purpose. These aren't complicated routines or overnight miracles. In fact, one of them takes just 30 seconds, but could help add years to your life. And here's the surprising part. Most of these are habits your doctor has likely never mentioned. But the science behind them? It's real, it's compelling, and it could change how you experience aging. Let me introduce you to someone who proves this. At 65, Harold began noticing what most people his age quietly worry about. His friends, strong men, vibrant women, were suddenly dealing with heart attacks, memory problems, and loss of mobility. He felt like time was catching up to all of them. Today, Harold is 94. He still lives on his own, takes walks every morning, bakes muffins for the neighbors, and teaches gardening to kids at the local school. His secret? It's not good genes. His siblings passed away before turning 78. It's not expensive treatments either. What changed everything was a single weekend that turned into a lifetime. After attending a health talk at 65, Harold committed to trying a few small morning rituals. Nothing dramatic, just simple, natural shifts. But those shifts changed everything. While his peers declined, Harold thrived. When I asked him what made the biggest difference, he didn't even pause. "It's what I do between waking up and breakfast," he said with a smile. "That hour saved my life." And today I want to share Harold's habits with you. So go ahead, make yourself a warm cup of tea or coffee, settle into your favorite chair, and let's take this time together. You deserve to enjoy your mornings again, and maybe even add more of them to your life. But don't just watch, stay with me until the end, because the final habit I'll share is one almost no one talks about. Yet it may be the most important of all. And before we dive in, if this topic matters to you, tap the like button, hit subscribe, and share this video with someone you care about. Now, I'd love to hear from you in the comments. What's one small thing you do each morning to take care of yourself? Even something as simple as saying, "I'm choosing to live strong at 90. Now, ready to begin? Let's go. Habit 1. Immediate hydration. Drink water as soon as you wake up. Are you truly ready to uncover the simple morning routines that could change everything about your health after 60? Then let's begin, right here, with one habit so basic, so overlooked, yet it might just be the most powerful. Let me ask you, have you had water yet today? Because if not, something serious could already be happening inside your body. While you were sleeping, your body slowly dried out, without you even realizing it. And by the time you wake up, your blood has already begun to thicken. This morning sludging, as doctors call it, puts immediate pressure on your heart and the tiniest blood vessels in your brain and kidneys. Organs that age makes even more vulnerable. And here's something fascinating. The first thing many people who live past 90 do each morning isn't check their phone, scroll the news, or flip on the TV. It's drink water, immediately. And the timing, it matters far more than you think. Experts in kidney health and longevity at Harvard Medical School have found that even mild dehydration during sleep can speed up aging by as much as 31%. Dr. Jessica Rothman, who heads renal health research at Harvard, says this: "Overnight, the body enters a progressive state of dehydration. When we delay hydration in the morning, we force the heart to strain and tiny brain capillaries to bear the pressure. The result is cumulative damage, silent but dangerous." But here's the good part. You can reverse this starting tomorrow. Sylvia, a 72-year-old grandmother, had been battling memory lapses, kidney decline, and fatigue that just wouldn't lift. Her doctors were preparing her for dialysis. Then she made a change. Each morning, before even sitting up in bed, she began drinking 16 ounces of plain water. Within just 60 days, her kidney function improved by 28%. Her doctor was amazed. "What new medication are you on?" he asked. "None," she said. "Just water. First thing when I open my eyes." So here's what you can do. Tonight, place a glass of water by your bed. Tomorrow morning, the moment you wake up, before your feet touch the ground, drink all of it. Not tea, not coffee, just plain water. Room temperature is best, as cold water can jolt your system when it's still waking up. Make this non-negotiable, just like brushing your teeth. Because after 7 to 8 hours of sleep, your body is begging for hydration. Don't make it wait. This 1-minute habit could be the difference between sluggish organs and a body that feels refreshed, alert, and ready to live well into your 90s. The question is, will you start tomorrow? Habit 2. Morning sunlight exposure. Let the light reset your body. The world's longest living people don't treat this like a suggestion. For them, it's non-negotiable. Do you already do this? If not, why not start tomorrow morning? It could mark the beginning of your transformation. Expose yourself to natural morning light within 30 minutes of waking up. Here's why this matters more than most people realize. If you're waking up, turning on the lamp, and staying indoors, you might be unknowingly disrupting one of the most powerful longevity switches in your entire body. Research from the National Institute on Aging shows that getting real sunlight within the first 30 minutes after waking boosts your body's natural melatonin production later in the evening by up to 73%. That means deeper sleep, better mood, more stable energy. And it doesn't stop there. Dr. Andrew Peterson, a leading expert on circadian rhythm and aging, explains, early sunlight triggers a cascade of hormone signals that affect everything: your brain, metabolism, even your immune system. It's like hitting the reset button on your internal clock. Skip this, and the consequences grow quietly but dangerously. In fact, missing morning light has been linked to a 37% higher risk of developing neurodegenerative diseases after age 70. Still not convinced? Let me tell you about Benjamin. At 75, he was battling chronic insomnia that had plagued him for decades. He tried everything: prescriptions, supplements, meditation, but nothing stuck. Then his doctor gave him one simple piece of advice: go outside, just 10 minutes, first thing in the morning. No matter the weather, he didn't expect much. But within 2 weeks, Benjamin was falling asleep faster, staying asleep longer, and waking up more refreshed. But the real surprise? My blood pressure dropped by 15 points, he said, and that afternoon crash I used to get, gone. All from drinking my coffee on the porch instead of staying inside. And here's the beauty of it. You can do it too. Tomorrow morning, make it your mission to get natural sunlight within 30 minutes of waking up. Even on cloudy days, outdoor light is 50 to 100 times stronger than indoor light, and it carries the exact wavelengths your brain needs to function at its best. If going outside is difficult, just sit by a bright window. In the winter, you can use a medical-grade light therapy lamp as a backup. But when possible, always choose real sunlight. Nature knows what it's doing. Because this isn't just about better sleep. This is about rewiring your entire biological rhythm, slowing down aging from the inside out. So tell me, what's stopping you from stepping outside tomorrow? Because right now your body is quietly waiting for a signal. The signal that tells it it's time to heal. It's time to grow younger. Habit 3. Gentle movement before breakfast. Wake up your joints before you feed them. What you do before your morning coffee might quietly shape how your joints feel. Not just today, but for the rest of your life. Most people make the same silent mistake. They wake up and they sit still. Maybe they check their phone, read the news, or head straight to breakfast. But by staying sedentary during that first hour, they unknowingly trigger inflammation that begins to wear down their joints day after day. But there's a better way. According to rheumatologists at Mayo Clinic, gentle movement before eating can reduce joint deterioration by up to 65% in older adults. Dr. Lisa Monroe, Chief of Geriatric Medicine at Mayo, explains it this way. Our research shows that light morning movement before food is like pressing the cleanup button inside your body. It activates autophagy, a natural cellular recycling process that's crucial for preserving healthy joints. In fact, they've measured major drops in inflammatory markers among seniors who move before breakfast, compared to those who wait until after eating. Let me share a story that proves just how powerful this is. Harry, at age 68, was preparing for knee replacement surgery. Years of arthritis had left her in constant pain. She couldn't climb stairs. She struggled to get out of bed, and she believed her active days were over. As a last attempt, her physical therapist gave her one final suggestion. Try 7 minutes of gentle movement, right after waking, before eating or drinking anything but water. She was skeptical, but she gave it a shot. Within 3 months, Harriet's pain had decreased so dramatically that her surgeon canceled the operation. "I couldn't believe it," she said. "Now I'm back on my feet and playing with my grandkids again." And it all started with just a few mindful minutes each morning. So what about you? Here's your plan. Tomorrow morning, after you drink your water, but before any food or coffee, take just 5 to 10 minutes for light, joint lubricating movements. You don't need to break a sweat. This isn't a workout. Start small. Make slow, gentle circles with your ankles, knees, hips, shoulders, and wrists. Stand up, sway side to side. Try touching your toes, or just lean forward gently if that's more comfortable. The key is continuous, comfortable movement that wakes up your body. You know that stiff, creaky feeling you get first thing in the morning? That's your body asking for attention. Don't ignore it. This short window right after you wake up is when your body is most ready to activate what researchers call longevity pathways. But they only turn on if you move. Will you give your joints those few minutes tomorrow? Because the people who are still walking tall at 85, still gardening at 90, they're not just lucky, they're consistent. They made this small habit a part of their mornings, and now you can too. Will you join them? Habit 4, the 30-second breathing practice. Train your breath, train your lifespan. This next habit may seem almost too simple to matter, but don't be fooled. This 30-second breathing technique is one of the most powerful longevity tools practiced by nearly every 90 and 100-year-old who still lives with clarity and independence. And yet, most people ignore it completely. Here's why it matters. How you breathe in the first few minutes of your day sets the tone for how your body will handle stress, healing, and even cellular repair for the next 24 hours. Yes, your breath can either trigger stress or signal safety. Researchers studying blue zones, places where people regularly live past 100, have discovered that long-living individuals consistently begin their mornings with intentional breathing patterns that lower internal stress by as much as 48%. Dr. Michael Cohen, who leads studies on aging in Sardinia, Italy, explains, when people practice slow, deliberate breathing first thing in the morning, we see major shifts in stress hormones and inflammation. It sends a clear message to the body. You're safe. You can shift out of survival mode and into healing mode. In one Sardinian mountain village, where men frequently live well into their 90s, a morning ritual has been passed down for generations. Elders gather outside facing the sun and perform deep rhythmic breaths before eating, before talking, before doing anything else. When researchers measured their cortisol and heart rate variability, they found numbers strikingly similar to those of much younger men. One 96-year-old shepherd summed it up perfectly. "I breathe in the morning to prepare my body for a good day," he said. "If I skip it, I feel it. My mind feels foggy. My energy fades." So now let's make this real for you. Here's a simple breathing technique you can start tomorrow morning, right after you drink your water, and ideally while soaking in a little natural sunlight. It's called the 4-7-8 technique, and it goes like this. Inhale gently through your nose for 4 seconds. Hold your breath for 7 seconds. Exhale slowly through your mouth for 8 seconds, making a soft whooshing sound. Repeat this cycle 3 to 4 times. That's it, just 30 seconds. But those 30 seconds can trigger a powerful cascade of effects in your nervous system, lowering blood pressure, calming inflammation, and recentering your focus. Still think it's too simple to work? The science says otherwise. This brief habit has been shown to influence markers of longevity more than some prescription medications, and it doesn't cost a dime. So I'll ask you, will you give your body 30 seconds tomorrow morning? 30 seconds of full, focused breathing may be the best investment you ever make in your health. And let me ask you this. As you're listening right now, are you truly breathing deeply? Or are you only using the top 30% of your lungs like most people do? That's your body talking to you. Start changing that pattern tomorrow morning. Habit 5, a protein and fiber-rich breakfast. The first meal that builds or breaks you. Is your breakfast quietly shortening your life? It's a question few people ever ask, but it may be one of the most important for your health after 60. Because what most older adults eat in the morning isn't helping them live longer. It's accelerating aging, inflammation, and disease. And the most dangerous part? They don't even realize it until it's too late. But researchers who study nutrition and aging have found something remarkable. Populations with the longest health span, where people remain strong and independent into their 90s and beyond, almost all start their day with one thing in common: a breakfast rich in protein and fiber. Dr. Valerie Richardson, a senior researcher at the Longevity Nutrition Institute, explains it this way. The first meal of the day sets your metabolic rhythm. It affects everything: your blood sugar, your inflammation, your energy, even your ability to repair cells. Her research shows that when older adults start their day with at least 25 grams of protein and 8 grams of fiber, their bodies shift into repair mode instead of damage mode. Let me share Gerald's story. At 68, he wasn't overweight, but his blood work told a different story. His inflammatory markers were rising. He was diagnosed with prediabetes. His doctor warned him, if nothing changes, full diabetes is coming. But Gerald didn't want to start medications right away, so he made one small change. With the help of a nutritionist, he transformed his breakfast. Gone were the buttered toast and sugary coffee. In came a bowl of protein-packed eggs, Greek yogurt, berries, chia seeds, and a sprinkle of nuts. 6 months later, his blood markers were completely normal. The only thing I changed, he said, was breakfast. Even his doctor couldn't believe it. So how can you apply this? Here's a simple formula for a longevity-boosting breakfast. Choose a quality protein: eggs, Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, or plant-based protein if you prefer. Add fiber-rich foods: berries, oats, chia seeds, or steamed vegetables. Include healthy fats: a few slices of avocado, a handful of nuts, or a drizzle of olive oil. But here's one thing to avoid completely before 10 a.m. Refined carbs, pastries, white toast, sugary cereals. These spike insulin and fuel aging at the cellular level. Can you make this switch tomorrow? The beauty of this habit is that you're not adding more to your day. You're just swapping one breakfast for another. And the payoff is huge. So ask yourself, is holding on to your current breakfast, just because it's familiar, worth risking your health in your 70s, 80s, or 90s? This might seem like a small change, but over years, its compounding impact can be massive. Your next breakfast can either be fuel for healing or fuel for decline. Which will you choose tomorrow? Habit 6, morning social connection, a conversation that could save your life. There's a morning habit that's more powerful than most supplements, more effective than even quitting smoking, and more important to your longevity than most people realize. It's this: meaningful connection with another human being. Early in the day. You might not know this, but social isolation impacts your body as severely as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. And just as important as who you connect with is when that connection happens. A groundbreaking 80-year study from Harvard found something extraordinary. Older adults who engaged in a moment of meaningful interaction before 10 a.m. had a 29% lower risk of early death from any cause. Why? Because early social connection appears to reset key neurotransmitters, supporting the heart, immune system, and emotional regulation for the rest of the day. In Okinawa, Japan, home to one of the world's highest populations of centenarians, this habit is a daily tradition. While researching the region, a woman named Nancy observed a beautiful rhythm. Every morning, neighbors stepped outside to chat, even just for 5 minutes, before going about their day. One 97-year-old woman put it this way: if I don't talk to someone in the morning, my whole day feels off. We check on each other first thing. That's how we've stayed alive so long. When researchers tested her inflammatory markers and compared them to those of socially isolated seniors, the difference was staggering. Her body responded like someone decades younger. So how can you begin this life-extending ritual? Here are 3 simple options. 1. Call someone. Just 3 minutes to say good morning to a friend, your child, a sibling, anyone who warms your heart. 2. If you live with others, don't just pass by them silently. Start a morning check-in. Ask how they slept. Share your plans for the day, or offer a kind word. 3. Live alone. Try scheduling a short weekly morning meetup with a neighbor or friend. Even once a week helps. And if none of those are possible, even a friendly hello to the grocery clerk, your mail carrier, or your barista can trigger the same biological responses. The point is simple. Connection isn't optional. It's essential. Make it as routine as brushing your teeth. Because no matter how many supplements you take or how often you exercise, your body needs this emotional signal to function at its best. So, who will you connect with tomorrow morning? Your body is waiting for that moment, and it could be the spark that adds years to your life. Habit 7. Directed gratitude practice. A 2-minute ritual that changes your brain and heart. There's one mental habit that nearly every vibrant 90-year-old shares. It's not about thinking positive. It's not about writing in a journal. It's something deeper and much more powerful. It's intentional gratitude, but practiced in a specific way. You've probably heard people say, be grateful, but most of the time, that advice feels vague and hard to apply. This isn't that. Neuroscientists at Yale University discovered that when seniors practice targeted gratitude each morning, especially within the first hour of waking, it physically reshapes the aging brain. Yes, physically. Dr. Sarah Jenkins, a leading researcher in neuroplasticity and aging, explains, when older adults consistently focus gratitude toward their body, we see real changes on brain scans. The prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain that handles decision-making and emotion, starts lighting up like it does in much younger people. And the timing? It matters more than most people think. This effect is strongest when gratitude is practiced first thing in the morning, right after waking, when the brain is most open to forming new patterns. Let me share Patricia's story. She was 74, battling hypertension that just wouldn't improve, even with medication. Her cardiologist was concerned about her long-term heart health. Then she came across research on morning gratitude, so she tried something small. Each morning, she spent 2 minutes focusing on her body, not what was wrong, but what was still working. In just 3 months, her blood pressure stabilized. Her heart rate variability, a major marker of cardiovascular resilience, improved by 31%. When her doctor saw her readings, he was stunned. "What are you taking?" he asked. "Nothing," she smiled. "Just a shift in how I think, every morning." So here's the 2-minute practice that changed Patricia's health, and could change yours too. Right after your morning breathing, place one hand gently over your heart. Then, name 3 specific parts of your body you're grateful for, and why. For example, I'm thankful for my eyes. They let me see my grandchildren's smiles. I'm grateful for my legs. They still carry me where I need to go. I appreciate my heart. It's been beating for me every day for over 70 years. The secret is in the specificity. Don't just say, I'm grateful. Say what you're grateful for and why it matters to you. This isn't wishful thinking. It sends a powerful signal to your nervous system, one that shifts inflammation, boosts immune response, and rewires how you feel in your own body. And best of all, it costs nothing. Takes only 2 minutes. Requires no special tools, just your attention. So let me ask you, have you thanked your body today? Or have you been focusing only on what's not working? Because your perspective, especially in the morning, literally changes your physiology. And this habit, it could help you live not just longer, but better. Habit 8. Gentle self-stretch and touch. Wake up your body with kindness. Let's end with something simple, but deeply personal. Something your body has been quietly craving for years. Not a pill, not a supplement, but your own gentle touch. This final habit is practiced by many long-living elders, not as an exercise, not as a chore, but as a way to reconnect with the only body they'll ever have. and it's something you can do before even getting out of bed. It's called gentle self-stretch and touch, a morning ritual that combines light stretching with soothing contact to gently wake up your joints, improve circulation, and send your nervous system a powerful message. You're safe, you're loved, you're still strong. Modern medicine often overlooks this, but researchers in somatic therapy and geriatric care have found that mindful physical contact, especially self-touch in the morning, can calm the stress response, reduce stiffness, and trigger natural endorphins that improve mood and resilience throughout the day. Here's how it works. As soon as you wake up, stay lying down for a moment. Wiggle your fingers and toes, roll your shoulders, gently rotate your ankles. Then, rub your palms together until you feel warmth. Place them over your face, your heart, your knees, anywhere that feels tender, tired, or forgotten. Take a breath and say, softly in your mind or aloud, "Thank you, body. You've carried me through so much." This might sound strange at first, but it's powerful. One elderly monk in Thailand described it best. "Every morning, I greet my body with my own hands. I stretch it, soften it, and thank it. That's how it knows to keep going." You see, this is more than just movement. It's reconnection, it's healing through presence, and it only takes 2 to 3 minutes. So here's your invitation. Before you reach for your phone, before you even get out of bed, move gently. Touch yourself with kindness. Stretch without force. Thank the body that still shows up for you every day. Because aging doesn't have to mean stiff joints, numb limbs, or disconnection. It can mean waking up and choosing to honor the body you live in. Will you give yourself that gift tomorrow? Now you've discovered 8 powerful morning habits. Simple choices that have helped thousands of people not only live past 90, but arrive there with strength, with clarity, and with joy. And no, you don't have to do all of them at once. Even starting with just 2 or 3 can quietly shift the direction your health is heading. Remember Harold, he didn't begin with a grand routine. He simply drank water, stepped into the morning sun, and took one deep breath. That was enough to start a new chapter. And for you, that new chapter can begin tomorrow. Because the truth is, your mornings are either programming your body for aging, or for youth, for stiffness, or for freedom, for decline, or for a second chance. Which direction will you choose? These habits aren't luxuries. They're lifelines. They're the quiet decisions that determine whether you'll drift through the years or truly live them. So I'd love to know, which of these morning habits are you going to try tomorrow? Or better yet, leave a comment below and write, "I'm ready to live strong at 90. Your words might inspire someone else who's watching. And who knows, your comment could be the spark that helps them reclaim their health too. If you found this video valuable, please hit the like button. It tells YouTube this is the kind of content worth spreading. And if you'd like more inspiring, science-backed videos made just for people over 60, go ahead and subscribe. We'd be honored to have you here. Also, if you'd like to help support this channel and be part of spreading this hopeful message to more people around the world, you can now leave a super thanks down below. Every little gesture helps us create more content that truly matters. In our next video, we'll be diving into an often ignored issue that quietly steals years of independence from older adults, and what you can do starting today to stop it. And if there's a topic you'd love us to explore, let us know in the comments. What challenges are you facing right now? What questions do you want answered? This channel exists for you, so let us serve you in the best way we can. And always remember this, you are worthy of strength, you are worthy of joy, you deserve to live a life that feels full, vibrant, and completely your own. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one.